I recently came across a game called Moral Dilemma: The Interview. If you played anything like Stanley Parable, then this is right up your alley. If you haven't touched either one of those, I definitely suggest you give these a look. Moral Dilemma is a fourth wall breaking narrative game in which you play as a employee or potential employee on his way to an interview for a moral dilemma job. I played this on stream a couple of days ago, posted a couple of uploads. They're probably still uploading as of this video, so be sure to go check those out. I'm going to put the playlist of that as well as the Steam page for this game down below in the description. I'll give you guys a little bit of a synopsis about this. Moral Dilemma: The Interview is an interactive narrative game that puts players through a series of increasingly difficult ethical decisions during a fictional job interview. This was released on January 31st. I played it the day of into the day after. I played it very late. So if you watch any of those videos and I seem a little disoriented, it was between 1 and 3 in the morning whenever I recorded that. I think I actually started stream at like 1 a.m. You're being evaluated not just for your job, but how you think, react, and rationalize tough choices. Each decision shapes a story, revealing dark, unexpected twists that challenge your sense of right and wrong. As mentioned before, there are options like, do you get rid of a little infant Hitler? Do you send a missile into a cafe with civilians and people of interest? What kind of soup do you put into your shopping cart? All of these things impact the outcome, and man, are there a lot of choices. They also have a $5 DLC, so once you experience the game, you can purchase this. I've yet to do that. I don't know how many endings this game has, but I was able to find two pretty distinct ones, both of them shocking in their own specific ways. The narrator of this game does a bang up job. He is witty, comical, and downright verbally abusive to you in every single aspect that he can be, and it really drives home the whole idea of what you're doing in this game. The fact you're going for an interview, he's questioning the choices you make, as well as keeping you on your toes. The way that I came across this was actually through the Steam discovery page. I have everything set to new releases, so whenever I was going through there, this grabbed me right away. The initial image that you see is two doors, different colors, moral dilemma, the interview. I was like, okay, what is this? Got the Stanley Parable vibe. I've never played that game, but I've watched plenty of videos, as I'm sure most of you have. This being free really piqued my interest. Now, the fact that they have a $5 DLC, now that might be something that I purchase later down the line. I want to play as much as I possibly can of this game. With it being so new, there's no clear description or YouTube videos about how many endings that this has. If you look this up, and it's been a while since January 31st, then there's probably plenty of videos for you to look at if you just want to see potential endings or try this out for yourself. I think the route that this creator went with free initial game gets you invested and then $5 DLC is actually a really nice touch. If more games like this happened in the Steam market, I think that they would actually be really positive. This game only has 38 reviews as of right now. It's been out for about 4 days. I don't know how many players it's had. The estimated playtime is about an hour and a half to 2 hours on your first run. You could speed run this. It has a lot of potential for that. So you're just doing everything as fast as you can. That would be an interesting spin on this. How many good decisions or how many bad decisions can you make as fast as possible? Now, if it is close to release whenever you're seeing this and you do decide to get the game, be aware of bugs. It is kind of glitchy in some aspect when it comes to the movement in it. I don't know if this has controller support, equivalent of stick drift. If you've ever played games on a console and you've had this problem, it's a little glitchy with the movement. Plus, if you move your mouse at any point during the dialogue, it instantly snaps to that point on the screen. I had that happen a couple of times. So I'm not going to take off any points for that. It's relatively new. Bugs are going to happen. I give this game a solid 8 out of 10. It's great. It's easy playthrough. You can just throw it on and make these choices. Have some good laughs. Pay attention to details throughout the entire map. I played it twice, I think, all the way through, just to see if my choices were impacted any differently. They did. But there's little things such as sticky notes. There's even dialogue in between the characters via the sticky notes, people complaining about somebody using all the sticky notes and the fact that the company pays for them. Don't leave any stone unturned. Make sure you check every single corner. If you want to do one playthrough of this, just find out what the ending can be, do that. But whenever you do a second one, make sure you're checking your surroundings. In the beginning of this game, you talk to a printer, so you're instantly thrown into some sort of mental distress. As I'm talking about this, I'm definitely thinking about getting the DLC. You guys should check it out. Go to the description down below, grab it for yourself. Let me know what you think.